Hey friends, this is Loli. You want to go ahead and learn how to make some exciting decor for your backyard for this summer? Here we go with the first inspiration. I took 3 actually of these packs of bamboo rings from Dollar Tree and one of these signs as well from Dollar Tree and one of those round pieces as well from Dollar Tree. And I removed the hanger from that and I'm going to paint the rings in the color white. I gave them 2 full coats of paint. Then I took this wood round and I also painted it with 3 coats of paint. By the way, I am using Black & Decker paint and primer in satin finish. While those pieces dry, I'm going to take the same brush that I used to paint those and dry brush this lantern also from the Dollar Tree. It is white, but it was a darker shade of white. It was like an off-white color and I really wanted this to match the rest of the pieces of this project. Now that this piece is dried, I'm going to go ahead and remove the tag off of this wood round, add some wood glue to the center of the round you see there, and some wood hot glue as well, and place that wooden piece of trunk right in the center. Now I'm interlocking into each other the rings that I painted earlier. They create a little globe, just making sure that the distance are the same. And then I took some of that wood glue, placed it in the center of that wood round you see there, and then added some wood hot glue around it to have that immediate hold as well. I added some more hot glue in other areas to make sure that this stayed in place until that wood glue set. And then I took some of this floral foam from the Dollar Tree and I cut a piece that will be big enough to be placed in the center of the orb I created there, but I wanted it to not be too high because I have other things to fit in here. So I cut a piece. I find out that this piece was too high up, so I used the shorter one right there, and I'm just going to attach it using some of the wood hot glue. And then I'm going to come in with the lantern, and I wanted to, first my idea was to hang it up on the top there. I figured some black and white jute will look very cute, but after a while I didn't like it. But for now I left it as it is. Now I'm taking some of this greenery that I found at Dollar Tree and I'm wrapping it in the bottom of this base, like where the orb and the wooden piece join. Just making sure to put it close enough that it is quite full. In some places the greenery was like very scarce in between, so what I did, I cut those pieces off and started gluing more of the little stems in between in order to achieve a fuller look. Now that that is complete and full, I'm going to come in with some more glue just to reinforce some areas, making sure that the greenery does not fall off. This is going to be going outside, so it might be in the heat a little while. So I want to make sure that I leave like a nice amount of hot glue in there. So if it does melt, it's not going to melt in a way that it will fall apart. Then I took some of these flowers from Dollar Tree and I'm going to place them in between there and top of the greenery, but like alongside the side of the floral foam, because I do want the top to remain empty because I'm going to move the lantern later on. And I want to place where that can sit. So I'm placing the flowers more alongside the perimeter of the floral foam in order to achieve this, and at the same time trying to angle it up a little bit so we can cover with the flowers and the leaves the floral foam. Then I'm coming in with some of these flowers from the Dollar Tree. I wanted something to bring some color here to make it scream summer. So I'm adding some of this yellow. I only used 1 pick and I distributed it in between of the green flowers. Then I took some of these hydrangeas from Dollar Tree and I also cut them into individual stems, and we are going to place them in between the green and the yellow flowers. Friends, this video is part of a collaboration. It is the first Friday collaboration and it is hosted monthly by Lisa from Our Gray House, Sarah from Jujubee DIY, and the co-host this month is Marla from the Chic Show DIY. The links to their channels and to the playlist will be in the description box below and pinned in the comments. Don't forget to pay them a visit and enjoy all the fantastic DIYs they have prepared for you. Friends, I'm going to take a minute to say thank you for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy it. And if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. It is free and it means the world to me. Remember when I told you that I didn't like the top with the jute cord? So here it is how I ended up changing it. So I took 2 of these pieces from the Dollar Tree. They are really supposed to be like a little wooden apple and a Santa Claus. So I just glued them together to create my own little finial. And then I went over and painted it using my Black & Decker paint and primer in the color white. Then glued it to the top right there using some wood hot glue. And that's pretty much it. Wait for the final reveal at the end of the video. For the second inspiration piece, I'm going to use one of these spheres from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it using some white spray paint. Ta-da! It is now white. Now we're going to take and open it up. And guys, this is my first time using this thing. I had these 2 circular things. I know they're supposed to be helping do something. I wasn't sure. So I looked at the instructions and they said that it's a positioning thing to keep everything in place. So what you do is place it at that point where all of the little rings unite, and just have every little teeth thingy hold every single one of the stems like you see there. So once I got that down back, I took this 100 feet fairy lights, solar fairy lights that my husband got for me some time back, and wanted to create a winter wonderland in our yard. So I just wrapped it around the stems or the little areas there, the little, I don't know how to call it, honey, guys, I'm sorry. I put it in a pattern of every other of those little bars. I just wrapped it very closely on those 4 areas, and then I went over, and once I had those 4 areas taken out, I taken the rest and I'm just trying to thread it on the inside, going from one stick to another, making sure to leave the bottom section open. I hope you're able to see there what I mean. So I am like creating a teepee or a little, I don't know how to explain it, guys. And the angle here is not the greatest either, I'm sorry. Pretty much I just kept creating peaks and valleys, you know, leaving the center quite open, so I'm able to work and place something there in a little while. Once I was done with that part, I took the remainder and I placed it looser around 2 of the other little bars there, and I left 2 bars completely naked. Friends, if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure you set the notification bell to all so you don't miss out on any of my videos. It is all free and it means the world to me. Guys, I had a hard time with this part right here because the cable that did not have lights on it, they kept unraveling, and it was harder for me to wrap when that happened. So I just kept having to do that and work in small sections and wrap some of the cable that had the lights in order for me to be able to have, you know, less cord to work with so nothing got tangled. So just be, you know, mindful of that if you plan on doing this, that you're able to keep your cable short so it is easy for you to wrap this around. Now that we've finished with that very long and tedious process, I hope you stay patient. Just put on a movie if you're trying to do this. I put a piece of floral foam right there in the union bottom piece, and we are going to stick it with some hot glue. And now I'm placing some of those flowers that I used for the previous DIY on this one as well. Friends, there was a little, I don't know if you noticed, there was like a little needle thing sticking out in the center there. My flowers kept hitting that. So if you plan on making this, just try to angle it in a way in which it doesn't hit that little center, little piece of metal there. And I just want to let you know to make your life easier, that's all. All right, guys, so here I was one flower short. You can see there, but it's okay. We can work with it. Then I took some more of that greenery garland from the Dollar Tree. And if you see there, I am just attaching it to each other to avoid any bald spots. And then once I did that, I am threading it through the top section of the orb there just to hold it in place. Then I took a little bit of hot glue and placed it there. Just stick this temporarily onto that piece there. But I'm going to come in with zip ties and actually put this on with zip ties because hot glue is not going to work, as the orb is metal and the outside is hot. You can already notice that this can fall apart in a hot summer day. So we are going to be using some zip ties to keep this in place instead. The little hot glue there was just temporary. And like a mathematical equation, what I did to one side, I did to the other. So you'll see me do the same thing on the other side. The two opposite sides that are left blank without lights. And then I'm gonna come in with some of these green roses that I got this year at Dollar Tree. They are gorgeous. And I'm going to place them in between that coral ones, but towards the top. This one, I'm not adding anything to the top of the floral moss. So if you notice they are angling them up a little bit higher up, I am actually trying to close up that foam and hide the use it all these flowers and greenery. Then I took some of these yellow flowers from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut them into individual stems and place them on the top section of that arrangement there. I'm trying to create like a gradient effect, and since I'm putting nothing on the top here, I am trying to close up the floral foam and make sure that it doesn't show once I'm done with this project. And that is it for this one. Here is the final review. Hi, Boo Boo. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget, go ahead and visit my friends in their playlist. And here's a suggestion if you would like to watch one more of my videos. Thank you so much as always. You guys are awesome. Bye.